Hey, 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 it's our Sunday message. I'm thrilled to pieces to be here with my dear friend. I'm Tina Knapp, for those of you who don't know. And this,
I'm Dr. Michael Gross.
Michael is the author of The Spiritual Primer. And shall we show them?
Absolutely. Got to show the cousin.
Here comes the cousin. How about that for you guys? This is just the coolest thing. Look at this. It's my book. Okay, I got to move it over a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a little reflection. I'll move mine over here.
I'm totally adjusting to the fact that this is my book.
Congratulations. The book is finally out. I'm going to put mine down. You show your book.
Okay.
Move it a little away from the light. The
other direction. Let's tip it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Healing the Holes in Your Soul by Tia Knapp. It's her first copy, and she's reviewing her copy now. And as soon as she reviews it, then it'll go to print. So I'm so happy and proud of her. I know she's so excited. It's really, really great. Healing the Holes in Your Soul. Just a little more time, and it'll be out and printed, everyone. Go ahead, share.
It's coming. It's coming. I've just got to share this part, okay?
Do it.
I got to share this part. Look at, here we go. Look at what's inside. Look where I put the light. Here we go. That's the inside of the cover. Should I show the other part?
Absolutely.
All right. And if you lose the cover, look, it's printed on the book too. Boy, am I cheesy at this.
Congratulations. Well done.
Long
time in coming, but it's worth it.
Yeah. One more time. Put them both up.
They're
cousins. Are they cousins?
They're cousins.
How cool is that, you guys? And we'll make sure that all the contact information is in the comments so that you can go ahead and get this one. Can't see my face, but you can get Michael's book. And you can even pre-order this one. There I am. See? Look at me.
And, everyone, pre-order it because it's going to be a huge seller. So I'd recommend you doing that. It's really great.
I am so thrilled to be here. I really, really am. It's been a big day already. I've only had this a couple of days. And one of the things that we have to do, this is the proof book, okay? And there's one proof book. I have to read it, and then I make sure that it's perfect. And when it goes back, I'll have a definite delivery date so that I can keep everybody posted, okay? So definitely, we are thrilled to pieces. And on that note, this book wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for this wonderful man right next to me.
Well, thank you. I had to tie her down, everybody, because she's just floating. She's so happy.
Can you tell?
Oh, really? Can I tell?
Can you tell? Okay, well, you know what? We have a topic for you guys, and because I'm so excited, I've already forgotten the topic. So here, I fortunately wrote this one down for everyone. Our topic today is your body is a reflection of your thoughts.
Whoa, I love that subject.
I do too, but before I get into giving him the screen and me going on button down mode, I want to introduce you to this amazing man who is one of my dearest friends. Really, truly has totally changed my life.
Thank you.
Totally changed my life. On that note, let's get right to the skinny and introduce him. Okay, this is Dr. Michael Gross. He is an author, professional keynote speaker, transformational coach, and an entrepreneur. For more than 3 decades, he has been on a spiritual path as an intuitive, a healer, a spiritual counselor, and an incredible teacher. Through the guidance of spirit, Michael has assisted others in their personal quest for self-empowerment, helping them to create the lives they have long sought and to bring forth their intuitive abilities. Michael currently teaches classes in spirituality, self-empowerment, Reiki, and other modalities. In concert with God the True Source, he has also achieved great success and incredible healings. He remains humble. I was reading.
I know what you want.
Can you tell I'm a little giddy today? Yeah. You know what? Giddy is good, right?
It's wonderful. You should be.
Giddy is good. He remains humble, knowing that the work that he does comes from God, the True Source. Michael lives in Lakewood, Washington, and I am so honored to be part of him as he has created his nonprofit called the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. A little help here today. But I just want to say what an incredible honor I have been blessed with. You know, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the changes that have happened in my life thanks to what Michael has taught me. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and turn it all over to you, Michael.
Well, thank you very much. I'm so excited for TU. This is really wonderful. And it's a great subject for me to talk about. And you'll see why in a moment. TU is a reflection of it. And I also wanted to announce something really exciting. And that is sometime towards the end of September, I'm going to start teaching spirituality classes online. And it's going to be very powerful. Some of the work that I've done with TU and Upward Transform, because as you know, some of you know, my mission and goal is to share with everyone that you are the solution. You are making a difference and can make a difference on this planet. And to share with you how you can manifest your missions and goals on a spiritual plane to reconnect with the true source. Because, you know, we're all part of the true source, but we'll go into that another time. And also in another time, when TU is ready, I'm assuming, but she has the right to change her mind, when the book is already printed and on its way to her house, we're going to have different kind of progress, and that progress is, or show, so to speak, I'm going to be interviewing her. Boy, am I going to have fun.
Oh, he can't wait.
Oh, yes, payback time.
Oh, my gosh.
But I want to thank all of you for joining us and being with us. And, you know, your body's a reflection of your thoughts. Look at you. What is she thinking? She's excited. She's wonderful. She's happy. She wants to share this knowledge. She wants to tell the whole world. And doesn't she reflect that joy, that love in her body and her smile and her warmth? There's an example of how your thoughts affect your body. You know, they say that, and if you're not aware of it, you are a reflection of your thoughts, and you look into a person's eyes. And when you look in their eyes, you can tell exactly how they feel. So knowing that you're a reflection of your thoughts, there are several things that are occurring. Number one thing that's occurring is that you're changing your energy and your vibrations, your endorphins, the hormones, all those things that bring about a change. And in this case, it's joy, love, and happiness. In the other case, it could be depression, anxiety, hate, insecurity. See, you are a direct reflection of your thoughts. And then your body takes on those thoughts. And your body reflects those thoughts. So you need somebody, like a sour face, like that. You don't even want to be around them. It's not so much the sour face, it's the energy they're projecting, because their body's projecting it. Or on the other hand, hi, how are you? I'm Michael, it's so good to see you. I'm reflecting joy and happiness. Or maybe I think that's a good thing, it's going to happen. The doubt. See, not only is the energy in my words, but watch my face and my action. Yeah, probably will happen. Mm-hmm. Or people stand there or sit there and go like this. And what they're doing is they're blocking their body. They're blocking their energy. Or they may be like this, yeah, I'm bored. But their body is reflecting everything they're saying. Most specifically, their face. And then if you watch them when they're standing up, it really reflects how their legs are, whether they're across, they're apart, separate, where their arms are, where their head is, and how they are talking. Well, I'm fine. Everything's going all fine. Notice I'm going back and forth, which is creating doubt. And my body's beginning to reflect that. Realize that your body is an antenna. So the antenna picks up energy, of course. You know the example I've used before. You go to a party, you're having a good time, and everybody's depressed. Pretty soon you're depressed. Or you go to a party, you're angry, depressed, or tired. I want to be there. I got to be there because people want me there. And everybody's having a great time, and all of a sudden you are. And your body is reflecting it. Think about how our body reacts for a moment. So understand that our cells in our body have an intelligence, right? And that intelligence, whatever you're feeling, you are transmitting that energy, those thoughts to it. Remember, all thought is energy. It is, it has to be. And think about, you meet a lot of people who, let's say, are living in fear. And if you watch them, they're very reclusive. They're looking around like this. They don't want to be around anybody. They're afraid of every little thing, and they keep a large distance away from you. This is before the coronavirus. I should say the COVID virus, but before that. And now it's even more so because people want to stand 6 feet apart or whatever it is. Now, that's not a criticism of it. But, one of the things we need to understand is what are we drawing into our life? What are we feeling in our life? And I have a very good friend, and her mother did some work in Africa. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, you got a lump in your breast and it's breast cancer. So, well, I don't have time for this. Well, we got to do something. I'm going away, a week to Africa for 2 years doing some work. I'll see you when I get back. So she went. Remember, she didn't have time for this. 2 years later, she came back, saw the doctor. They did a breast exam. Tumor's gone. Isn't that interesting? I don't have time for this. Her body reflects her thoughts. Or perhaps, oh, everybody's got a cold. I'll probably come down with them. Guarantee you win. You're right. You won the argument because you will come down with a cold. We don't think about those things. We don't think about how our thoughts affect our body. Sometimes you get up in the morning and I don't want to go to work, and then you feel draggy, you feel tired, you feel achy. You've already programmed your body to behave a certain way that reflects you don't feel good, you don't want to be there. Interesting.
It's like it worse during the day.
Yeah.
So if you start out that way, not wanting to go to work, and then you drag yourself to work, by the more you think about that, the worse you're going to feel.
Exactly.
Wow. You.
Yeah. And so, when you have a little pain or a scratch or whatever that's uncomfortable, the more you think about it, the more dense, the more painful it becomes. And so this little pain may be a molehill. The more you think about it, it becomes Mount Kilimanjaro. It becomes huge.
Because you're feeding it energy, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
So everything you do, you're feeding energy. And I remember one time that I had a client, I was in a hospital with her and she was in a wheelchair. And this man came up to me and said, some good day we're going to be like that. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, maybe you are, but I'm not. And he looked at me and said, thank you. Because he got the message. Why do some people look like they're 55 and 60 and maybe they're 30 years old? Or maybe they're 55 and 60 and look like they're 90 years old. And other people look like they're 80 and 90 and look 20 to 30 years younger. Why? Because their thoughts reflect their body. So let's stretch out the word thoughts. If you're expressing a thought, there's some degree of belief. You don't look at it that way. But if there's some degree of belief in it, body has an intelligence, and your cells will reflect those thoughts which are part of your belief. Now you know who's in control of your body. You are. Now I will grant there are things that happen. Sometimes you trip and fall and you break an ankle or sprain an ankle or whatever. But how long do you want it to be that way? And I'll just reflect on myself a little bit. And working on the farm, there are a couple of stories, but I'll just give you one because I think next week I'm going to give you another. And I pulled a rotator cuff. Quite painful. Really.
Oof.
So my wife said, Michael, you got to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor. They gave me some painkillers, and you got to do physical therapy. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be a healer. This is 20 years ago. I'm supposed to be a healer. What the heck's going on? So I sat there, and it took me about 5, 6 days. No painkillers, no physical therapy, maybe 6 or 7 days work on healing myself. The pain went away. I was fine. 1 year later, guess what? Pulled the same rotator cuff.
No.
Yep.
Again.
I got to get it right. I got to do it.
Oh no.
So I pulled the same rotator cuff, and I went, this is not going to be painful within a day and a half. Healed and gone.
Nice.
So it's my thoughts and beliefs. The belief is this can be healed. Now, when I say I'm a healer, I'm just a conduit for the true source, bringing in the true source's energy, which we all have that gift we can do. If we have the patience, if we have the thought of belief and faith in it, just saying, well, I want a healing. I think I'll go have a sandwich. I'm tired. Well, let me tell you, how much energy did you put into it? You even snorted a little bit, which I did intentionally. That's the point, everyone. Watch your thoughts, because your thoughts create your body. And I want to pass on another little thought. And I tell everybody you don't have a birthday anymore. What? No, you don't have a birthday anymore. They go, why? First of all, you're going to celebrate the anniversary of your birth. That's different. Because when you think of a birthday, here you are, a little child, and you got the cake, yay, and you get your presents, and you get older. And you look at grandma, and then grandma gets gray and wrinkled. And then your parents are young and full of vigor, and they get older, and they become wrinkled and aged. And here you are, probably by that time, somewhere in your 20s. It's a reflection of what you think you're going to look like. Now, it's so subconscious, not aware of it. But everything we see, everything we hear is imprinted in our brain and in our subconscious. So the connotation of birthday is you're getting older, you're going to look like grandma, or you're going to look like, your mother or father or whatever. When those thoughts come into your mind, even though they're subconscious, and you're replaying them over and over and over and over again, especially around the time of the anniversary of your birth, your cells of the body go, oh, okay, well, I guess you want to look that way. Okay, we'll slow down. We'll create aging. We'll do all this stuff. Amazing, isn't it? Never looked at it that way. And at the same time, if you're saying, well, I'm just getting older, my body's getting more paunchy and a little thicker, that's part of life, and your body will be. There's another thought. Then we have to talk about pre-programming. So part of your body is pre-programmed to think of and behave a special way. How do I mean that? There are people that are stressed and they can't stop eating because they're pre-programmed to make themselves feel better. Comfort food, everybody. Then there are people that go, they're stressed and they can't eat, so they take off weight. Then there are those that are in between. Each one of you has to determine where you are. But each one of you are now given the opportunity to look at your thoughts. Think about, what am I really thinking? What is my body reflecting? And what is happening for me? It's really important for each one of you to think about that. Because remember, your body is a reflection of your thoughts. And people go, I'm really tired. I am so tired. I can't do this anymore. Guess what? All the air goes out of the balloon and you can't do it because you're tired. On the other hand, if you go, I can do this, and I can do this very well, and I have all the energy to do it, you will. Bottom line, the only one in control of your life is you. The only one that can change your life is you. The only one that can make you happy is you. And yet we as human beings, we go out looking for all these toys and wonderful things to make ourselves feel good. Yeah. And 2 weeks later, what else? What else? So it's like a drug. You're addicted. Because you're always looking for something else to feel good when it's right in here. And when I say it's right in here, stop looking around for things to make you happy. Do a meditation, ask your soul to tell you what would make you truly happy. You might find it's just in a walk. And walking in the park and watching the squirrels or rabbits, or watching little children play, or just sitting there and looking at the water, pond, looking at fish. You know that expression, stop and smell the flowers? Well, it's really important for us to think about that because, as I say, you are unlimited. What is your direction in life? Where are your thoughts going? You must need to pay attention to that. During the bubonic plague, there are a lot of people that died and others that didn't. And Nostradamus was a doctor at that time, and most of his family died, but he survived. Then we have the Spanish flu, and there are a lot of caretakers that had the Spanish flu, never came down with it. And there was an epidemic in areas of the country of malaria. Some came down with it and others didn't. It's up here. It's all in your thoughts. The caregivers during the bubonic plague, malaria, during Spanish flu, didn't have time for it. Maybe they expressed it a different way, but they were so intent on working, healing people that subconsciously they were saying, I can't get sick. I don't have time to get sick. I got to take care of everybody. And that is what you've got to think about yourself. Which brings us now to the COVID virus and the variants and whatever is going on. The fact of the matter is viruses, they change and transmute. And they keep growing and changing. The virus has an intelligence. Ever thought about that? Has intelligence. It wants to survive.
I didn't ever really think of that.
Yeah. It wants to survive. If you got bacterial infection in your body, that bacterial infection has an intelligence and wants to survive. Your cellular structure, immune system kicks in and does all this wonderful stuff. It may or may not affect you. Everything has an intelligence. So what is the superior intelligence? In your body, not in a human being. And part of it has to do with your confidence, your thoughts, and your belief. When a person goes in and they go into a track and they're a runner or a skier, they really believe they can win. Really put in a lot of energy. I was watching a little bit of the Olympics, some of the runners and javelin throwers. I watched the concentration they put into it. Some people set records, some didn't. Some came in first or second place, third place, and others came in last. Now, nobody wants to lose. What is the subconscious? When you go to a horse race, you can actually see and feel the horses that want to win. They really do. And I have a very dear friend. She trains horses. She could look at a horse and feel their energy and say, that horse is going to win. And it does. And her accuracy is about 98%. Pretty darn good. See, your body, no matter whether you're a human being, animal, whatever you are, projects an energy. Let's stretch that out further. Crystals have an energy. Trees have an energy. Your food has an energy. Everything has an energy. And it depends upon that energy and how you feel about it. So we're coming to a point in our lives where you're beginning to understand the thoughts affect your body. And then there are people, well, I tried this, didn't work. How long did you try it? Well, did it for a few minutes or a day. It didn't work. The minute someone says that to me, you didn't put any energy into it. You just stated it. And that's not a criticism. Because you see, you have to feel that energy. When you're angry, you feel that anger. When you're happy and joyous, like this one next to me, and excited, you can feel her energy. She's excited. She puts her whole thought, whole body into that energy. That's the secret of what you need and must do to survive in the days that are coming right now with the COVID virus, all the fears and doubts. So just think for a minute. We have, what, 8.5, 9 billion people on this planet. Do you know how much energy they're putting out of fear and doubt?
It's awful.
It's huge,
It's awful.
bigger than the universe. Maybe I'm exaggerating here, but it's huge. Remember, we're an antenna. Now, there are some that are really putting out positive energy. But we can lie to ourselves. And that's something you need to look at. When you say something, are you lying to yourself or not? You know, there used to be an expression when I was growing up, fake it till you make it.
Oh, I heard that.
Remember that one?
I heard that
So
a
fake
lot.
you're successful. Well, think about that. So if you fake in your mind, I'm successful, and maybe you don't believe it, but if you tell it long enough, you'll begin to believe it. And guess what? You are and will be successful. Now, there's an old saying, you hang out with the 4 or 5 successful people. You know, you are the person you hang out with others. You become that. So if you hang out with people who are alcoholics, maybe you'll become an alcoholic. Homeless or whatever, maybe. Hang out with multimillionaires, you're going to become a millionaire. And that's because how do they think about it? But let's stop. Who became the first millionaire? He didn't have a bunch, or she didn't have a bunch of people to hang out with. They believed they would. And then I was reading an article, which is not published. We know there are a lot of male millionaires and billionaires. You know, there's a huge amount of women that are millionaires and billionaires, more than you ever knew, because they said, hey, we're a woman, I'm as good or better than a man, and I can do whatever they can do. And they did it. Because why? Their thoughts with their beliefs.
They believed it.
Yes. And then, you know, I do a lot of counseling, and TU does, and we meet people who are downtrodden, who say, you know, I can't. The minute a person says I can't, I listen, and I go, excuse me. Sometimes I'm not that polite. And I go, really, you know what you're saying? I won't, I won't, I won't. And the people that are really honest goes, yeah, you're right. You're right. And I discovered in working with people and counseling and healing, a lot of the emotions have to go into a big explanation. For me, things are pretty simple, but there's something in communication called a state of allness. And the state of allness says, I think you know what I know and you believe what I believe. So when I say something, you just accept it. Because you must, I believe it, so why aren't you? And yet, here's an example. Michael, what's the weather tomorrow? It's going to be 95 degrees. So, well, how do you know? Well, don't you know? I'm saying, because don't you know I checked with the weather? I looked it up. No, you didn't say that. Sometimes we have to question statements of people. And remember, if you tell a lie long enough, people will believe it. Really important. There's a hidden message in what I'm talking about when you look around that's happening in these days. On the other hand, we have choices. We can be part of the fear, the doubt, or insecurities, or we can be part of the change. And your thoughts and belief system is part of the change. How much time have we got left?
We need to wrap it up, Mark.
So remember, thank you.
You're welcome.
You are a reflection. Your body's a reflection of your thoughts. You can make a difference in your life, starting with you. You are the role model. You are the person who can not only change yourself, you will change others through your thoughts, because they're going to look at your body and see what you look like. Well, what's your secret? How come? And then you share it. But wait till they ask you. Sometimes people don't want to hear it. When they ask you, they're interested. And remember, you are unlimited. So everyone, just to remind you, every Tuesday evening, Pacific Daylight Time at 6:30 p.m., I have what I call the call-in. You can ask any spiritual question you want. And I deliver a 10-minute message. And there's about 188 or 189, starts at number 3. But first of all, if you'd like to join us in the questions and listen to a message, all you need to dial is 515-604-9097. 515-604-9097. ask you for an access code, and that is 125-446-pound. 125-446-pound. And when you're driving in your car, you say, I'm tired of listening to the news. And TU is going to give you a playback number if you want to listen to those messages, starting with number 3 up to approximately 190. TU, will you give them that number?
I would love to.
Thank you.
The playback number is 515-606-5211. One more time, 515-606-5211. And the access code is 125-446-pound. Once again, 125-446-pound. I'll be sure to put those in the comments.
And I'd
as
like
well.
to leave one other message, and that is the second Saturday of every month. Because who knows who's going to be watching this? Could be a couple of weeks from now. We do a mass consciousness healing, a pet project of mine. And it's the same as my call-in, 515-604-9097. 515-604-9097. And same access code, 125-446-pound. And it's done at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 a.m. And one other. If you're interested, go to Dr. Michael Gross, numerical 1 at gmail.com, all one word, small case. TU will post it if you're interested in the spirituality classes. I call them spiritual self-empowerment, and it is. And if you doubt it, talk to this woman. So I'm so excited about your book, and we're going to have a great time when it comes out.
No, book launch
Show
party
it to
is
them one
coming
more
up
time.
too. One more time, okay?
Please.
Here you go, guys. Oop, there we go. And Michael, you need to put yourself here because they're buddies.
Whoops. Yes, they're buddies.
They're buddies.
Hi,
I hope
buddy.
you can
Hi,
see
buddy. How you
them.
doing? Let's go out and have some champagne. Celebrate. Everyone.
You know what? We have so much fun recording these, or doing these lessons. Sorry, and we never know exactly what the topic's going to be until right before we hit the record button.
That's true.
Or right the broadcast button. So I'm just really, really thrilled that we came to you with this amazing message every Sunday at 2:00. We do it. It's Pacific time, and come. If you can't catch the 2:00 live, it's okay, because I don't delete them. They're on my Facebook page, and I make sure that they're on his. And if you ever want to learn more, definitely, Michael, what's your Gmail?
It's one all small case, Dr. Michael Gross, numerical 1 at gmail.com. That's Dr. Michael Gross. No period after doctor, one word. Dr. Michael Gross, numerical 1 at gmail.com. Thank you, Tio.
You're welcome.
I had a ball.
I had a blast.
Congratulations, because her thoughts are reflecting her body. Yay!
They're in the book, and if you want to learn more about the book or me or him or whatever, I also have a website, and it's the title of the book. Oops, there you go. HealingTheHolesInYourSoul.com. So come join the party, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We're going to get out of here. Have an awesome rest of your day. And we're good.
We're good.
Let's say it.
You are unlimited.
unlimited.
Namaste.
Yeah,
Thank you.